Hey fam, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me. This is an all signs tarot reading. I hope you came here for messages of encouragement because that's exactly what I like to share. Let's see what the cards have in store for us this round. My name is Amy. If you're new here, hello, it's so nice to meet you. And if you're returning, thanks. I always appreciate seeing you. Let's cut the decks together. They are already pre-shuffled. And we're trusting the vibe. The Mother. Huh. Fam, I don't know if I've ever drawn this card yet. Well, it's the first time for everything, right? Maybe. Let us see here. Wow, first card in the deck. We've received the last one quite a few times, so it was bound to happen eventually, right? The Great Mother, the Feminine, the Source. We begin our archetypal story with the mother's love. Through her sensual, fertile, and life-giving energy, all creation takes form. Regardless of our birth story, each of our hearts beat for the first time in the warm womb of the mother, where she offered resources from her body for the building of our own. Yet her tale is not so simple, as the mother, especially on the earthly plane, contains both light and dark aspects of the feminine. With the best of intentions, the mother wraps her loving arms around her creations and begins to grip what she's meant to set free. The mother both nurtures and prohibits growth. She gives, yet clings. She creates, yet restricts. Amid this complex energy, the mother holds the key to the eternal challenge of love. That is the vibe. The vibe, fam, the vibe. When light glowing, generative, creative, nurturing. When dark, dim, exhausted, controlling, limiting. Notice how the mother archetype is expressed in nature. This is perhaps the most balanced and benevolent form of the mother's grace. My mother's name was Grace. The mother is part of the trifecta, maiden, mother, crone. Because of the relationship between them, take special note when these cards appear in one reading. That is really interesting if I can get personal with you for a moment, because I'm assuming this is going to relate to someone. Just last night, I did a personal reading. That was very, very kind of blew me away, if you don't mind my saying. And I received the crone card. And I remember having this thought of, because normally when I've been accepting the fact that I'm at that point in life where I am an elder. I've just usually been referring to myself as a goth elder, thank you. And I received the crone card a lot, actually, but it's been a minute. So it was nice seeing her again. But I had this thought of how most at my age, most AFABs at my age, are mothers. But I don't have children. And for a very long time, that's been a source of pain. It's been a bit of a thorn in my side. But I have kitties. I have the fur babies. I love the feathers. I love animals. I love people. And what followed that thought was, I nurture others. My life has been a life of being a bit of a caregiver. At this point, I care for my own mother. So it's very interesting how mother and how that word and source can be for us throughout our lives, wouldn't you say? What about the oracle cards? It's their turn. This one keeps coming up. Someone's voice has been taken from them. Someone has been treated and led to believe that their voice doesn't matter. In the divine universe, whatever that means for you, wants you to know that that couldn't be further from the truth. Your voice is very important in whatever form comes naturally for you to share it, whether it's through typing or writing or singing. Your voice is very important. Our lives, most often the things that we're attacked for, the things that we are led to believe through the trials and tribulations that we go through, are exactly what is most important for us: to nurture, to sing. Wow, that vibe, geez Louise. We're meant to figure out what that means for us, not others. So if these are the main sources of your pain and your fear, you're meant to embrace them. Okay? You weren't meant to retreat. You weren't meant to hide. You're meant to nurture and care, but please remember to nurture and care for yourself. The voice is a bit like a muscle, right? Work on that. Nurture that. Nurture yourself. Be the mother that you've always needed for yourself. Fam, it's time to lighten the mood a wee bit. Maybe we shall see more. It's clarification time. Boosh, let's do this. Fam, this is YouTube. I'm a very silly person and I'm not gonna hide that, all right? If that's not for you, that's okay. I still wish you the best. You have a plethora of options. But if you're okay with it, thanks. Me too. Chapter 1 for this particular point in the story. Hello. You know, twos are meant to be beginnings. They're meant to remind us of balance. This may not be the Two of Pentacles, but this could either mean that you have a refusal to see, to open yourself. You're very guarded. Or that's what we're healing. Because the abuse, the trauma that we have experienced is no longer allowed. You don't put up with it anymore. It does not get to follow this new beginning. So be very careful about which it is, okay? How did we begin this reading? The blindfold is white for purity and innocence. There are a lot of consequences that have been suffered that were not yours to begin with. And they don't get to follow you, okay? Never, again. That's what we're going to call this card this round. The Never Again card. And that sounds like an incredible beginning, right? Chapter 2. Clarity. This new beginning finds you clearer than ever before, sure of yourself, or whatever's coming in, you can be sure of. Think before you speak. Be very cognizant of your words. And as long as you're being true to yourself, you're doing it right. Okay? As long as it comes from a place of well thought out plans. This night isn't taken off, willy-nilly, having no idea what they're doing. No. The swords are the mind. This night is sent out with a very clear message and on a white horse. Innocence, purity. You have a right to this life. You have a right to your voice and your own opinion. You've thought this through. You've made these plans. And you nurture your own growth. Chapter 3. There have been things that have been holding you back. But I want you to look very clearly at this card, fam. There's there are 3 cards that have been knocked over, but there's still 2 behind them. And what did we just say about the 2s? And there's a white bridge leading them over that river. The flood of emotions that have been very difficult to navigate through, to swim through. There's a lot that you have had on your back, on your shoulders. You've lost those who are very precious to you. But you carry them with you in your memories. They were a part of your journey, a very rightful part of your journey. But with endings come new beginnings, fam. And that is your right and privilege. Please let it go. Please release that mourning and look forward to the future. Accept this present. It's taught you a lot, but it's time to move on. You are being beckoned to move on with a clear mind and clear goals, no longer held back by the past. It's back there, okay? It's back there. It doesn't get to follow you, okay? The fact that you are still able to love is incredible. We can consider black as mourning clothes, but to many, it is considered a color of protection. Please learn and embrace the difference. It's time to let go. Chapter 4. Oh, fam, this card comes up when you've been in darkness and depression, when things have been so difficult and painful. But now the clouds part and we open our eyes to the sun and the new beginning. I'm going to point it out again like I have before. The sunflowers face the sun, don't they? They're looking at you. The sun, those flowers. Again, we have a white horse. That light comes from within you. Please stop cloaking it in darkness. You don't belong there. Lessons are being learned, have been learned. And it's time to move on. The sun is lighting the way. Look at this. The sun, period. All right? To new beginnings. Embrace your passions. Funny how that's coming up underneath the card about singing. Embrace your passions and move forward. Embrace yourself. Stop holding yourself back. Okay? Remember, the 2 cups are behind. It's time to turn around and move on with clarity and the knowledge that you've gained, the wisdom that you have gained from all of this past. What's coming up underneath the 2 of Swords? The Hierophant. There's a better 5 card. Like I said, you've gained so much wisdom. And now it can serve you. Now it can help others. When you speak, there are those who are going to respect you. Those who long to hear your voice. It makes sense. I've been pointing out when I see this card lately that this ribbons, what have you, that are hanging down from the crown, from their head, what if they're the blindfold removed? This doesn't have to be religion, but it speaks of institutions. Maybe you're a teacher, right? Maybe you're meant to teach others, to help them remember that their cups, there's still more behind them. If only they could turn around and stop looking at the past. 'Cause never again, fam. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. What's coming up underneath the Knight of Swords? Oh, the Queen of Cups. You love so deeply. You nurture. And that's been a part of why it's been difficult to let go. You know, if there are people that you have lost that are even still here, the deal about love, real love, is it's unconditional. If you need to walk away and save yourself, then so be it. That doesn't mean that you just stop loving them, that you forget everything. Honor your heart and your soul. You're meant to love. You're meant to cherish and help others. But you are not meant to lose yourself. You are not meant to lose your voice. Again, this person is in red as well. What's coming up underneath the 5 of Cups? The 5 of Pentacles, fam, that is 3 5s on the table. Our minds create our reality. Maybe you've been thinking that everything that's happened has taught you that you shouldn't love again, that you should close yourself off, that to do the things you want to do is only gonna... This is a card of lack, and this is a card of loss. Please don't get in the way of all of the wonderful things that have been waiting for you, that belong to you. The fact that you are still capable of loving is incredible, fam. And you have every right to know that. Please know that. Please let go of the chains that have bound you for too long. Take off the blindfold. You can see through the illusions of this world, and it's okay. It's okay. You deserve to be alive. You deserve love and hope. You deserve this new beginning. I always say that these two, they continue to move on. They're not crouched down underneath this possibly church window. But you know, churches aren't the only ones that have stained glass. I know someone who makes stained glass, like art and different things, right? What if they're moving away from the lack, and there's a door right here, and this is their new home, and never again will they be left out in the cold? It all depends on how you're willing to perceive, fam. And you're being asked to believe in yourself and to open yourself to receive love and support in this new beginning that belongs to you. Okay? What's coming up underneath the sun? Hey, did I say red is the color for passion? Boosh. Support is right there waiting for you if you are willing to turn around and keep moving forward. Your heart, mind, and soul intact. Okay? Please be open to receive the guidance you've been asking for. Please open yourself to receive the love and support you've been longing for. What's the epilogue to this story? Because once you open yourself up, once you recognize that your mind is controlling your reality, your mind is creating your reality. We began with this card. The swords are the mind. And the only way that you can manifest your hopes and dreams is through balance. And opening yourself up to these new beginnings. Wow. Look at these major arcana. Look at all that red and gold. Thumbnail. That's beautiful, fam. You've got this. You are more than capable of fulfilling yourself. You just gotta open back up, right? Let go and embrace the wisdom gained and keep moving forward, because the rest of your life is waiting for you. And your voice matters. Your heart and soul and the love that you've shared, it wasn't love that hurt you, fam. It wasn't love that betrayed you. It was that person or those people. That's on them. You are more than capable and more than worthy. You're everything. The mind, your heart, your feelings, your passions, and all the seeds that you've been planting. Leave that feeling of lack and being left out in the cold in the past where it belongs, fam. It's a new day. What's at the bottom of the pack, of the deck? Strength, resiliency, courage. They both have the infinity symbol above their heads. Life goes on, fam. And it's time for you to as well. Everything is possible as long as you open yourself to it. You know better now. And you are more than capable. So many lessons have been learned. So much wisdom gained. What are the extra notes to this story? I tested video games for a decade and got burnt out and I ditched. That last company I worked for sucked. And when I'm playing games and I'm just like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? That's pretty much what I'm always saying. What the fuck do these devs want from me? Like, what do you want? Is this a soft lock or what? That's when you can still move around, you can open up your menus and whatever the heck, but you can't get out of the area that you're in, right? You've been wondering what the heck the universe wants from you. What do people want from you? What the heck is anyone expecting from you? For you to live. For you to realize who you truly are and embrace yourself. For you to open back up. And live like a child who isn't worried about bills because their parents got it. Maybe you didn't know that as a child. Well, it's time to figure that out. Let go of your fears and doubts and live like they're just not a thing anymore. Everything's working out and the sun is shining upon you because it is. Your hopes and desires really can be fulfilled, and you have the strength and courage and ability to do so. Okay? What's up? What else? What did I say? Never again. You know better now. There is no turning back. There is only looking forward to those 2 cups and to the sun. Wear your sunscreen, please. I don't care. Whoever, whatever, you still have flesh and you need to protect it, okay? No, really, meditate. Stop poo-pooing on the healing process. Those things that you balk at, those things that you feel, you know, things like meditation and affirmations are free. You just got to do them. And there are different ways to go about it. So stop closing yourself off from what works for you. If anything, with meditation, there may be things repressed that get unlocked that can be very, difficult to navigate alone. So may you know all of your options. May you have access to as many as you need. And utilize them, fam. Utilize your tools. Both of these beings are wearing white. But this magician is wearing red as well. You can soothe your soul. Soothe the anger, however righteous it has felt in your life. It's time to let it go. It's time to live. Not just live again, to really, truly live. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me in this tarot reading. I really appreciate the company. And always, always remember, Did I love you?